Welcome back, wonderful humans. I'm Danielle and I currently live alone and I'm trying to shift towards healthier meals whilst remaining on a budget. I only went into Lidl again this week and the total spend is a bit higher than normal, again because I was getting a few things ready for Christmas. And I decided to split it into two different amounts. Decided to do it as the fruit and vegetables here and then everything else just off to the side that we'll come to in a moment as well. Did end up getting a few different bits and bobs here, but I do still have a few things left over, such as that broccoli from last week. But I was basically out of tomatoes, so I decided to get some of those baby plum tomatoes. I find them just to be useful either as a snack or incorporated into meals, such as either pastas or sort of bakes and that sort of thing as well. My mum got a bag of parsnips and she knew that she wouldn't get through all of them, so she just gave me three of the bag. And then I got a sweet potato. Obviously, sweet potato tends to go quite a long way. This is a pretty large one. All of them were pretty hefty. So that came in at 44 pence, just because it is done as a loose potato by weight. And I got myself a bit of ginger. I do enjoy sort of fresh ginger put into different meals. So I just figured I'd be able to get that and then grate it up into different things as we were going along. In the same way as obviously fresh garlic is wonderful, and I had run out, so I decided to get another bulb of that. It's obviously a pretty large bulb compared to some of the ones that you can get, and given it is done per bulb, it did make sense just to go ahead and do it that way instead of getting a really small one when I know that I will get through it. And then they had some spring onions, and I normally obviously pick these up. I had used the rest of mine up, but they were then on the sort of Lidl Plus and reduced price section as well. They did make them a bit cheaper. And I got some snack peppers. I still have a few normal bell peppers left, but I wanted to get some of these. I do find that they too tend to be a bit sweeter. And obviously, they give a nice crunch as well. And I figured that given I like to have that bit of a crunch, it would be good to have something like this instead of leaning towards some chips or something. And then I got a cucumber. I was thinking I might do a bit of a quick pickle with this, and I still have some carrots and things as well. So I figured I'd do that, and then I'll be able to have a sort of more of a punchier crunch with different things. And I might put some of those snack peppers into that quick pickle when I do it as well. This time I just got some smaller punnets of both raspberries and blueberries. These both come in at 125 grams each, but per kilogram they do work out cheaper. Given what I use them for, and they are just for myself, I don't need them to be fantastic. So I think those are technically grade two versus grade one, but they're all pretty yummy tasting and decent sizes all the same. And I'd run out of mushrooms, and they didn't have any chestnut mushrooms around, so I just got some baby button mushrooms instead. And again, I actually love to snack on a raw mushroom. I know I'm in the minority there, but I do find them to be quite enjoyable to eat. And then, as you can see here, I got a few more bits and bobs, some of it a bit more random than other bits. I got some bin bags. I had used my last one sort of a couple of days beforehand. I normally go through one or two bags at most a week. So I knew as soon as I put my last one in that I'd need to pick some more up. So I just grabbed 30 of those. And then I love fluffy socks, and they had this pack of two of them for 1.99. So I decided to look up on those, especially where it is coming to the winter. There's one thing that's consistent about me is that you will find that I have fluffy socks on quite a lot. And then because of the fact that I did spend £10, over £10 last week, and it was the new month, did mean that I was able to get a bakery item for free. So I just got a piece of that millionaire shortbread. And then they still had a few bits and bobs hanging around from a mixture of Japanese week and American week. So I just got some sesame seeds. Figured I might be able to give them a bit of a toast or just something like that to put onto a bit of a meal here and there. I'm not too sure, but obviously where they aren't open, they will last for a while. And then I just got some Greek style salad cheese, which is of course a sort of feta. I pondered between that and one of the other types of actual feta they have. But when I checked the ingredients and the amount of calories and everything, that one actually worked out a bit better. And then it's extra, extra large week at Lidl. And they had some of the authentic Greek yogurt, the 0% fat one, in that section. So I decided I'd get a big thing of that will last me the full week for breakfast, plus potentially mixing it into a few meals as well. And I decided to get some roasted red peppers. Not too sure what I'll use these for, but I had been looking at them on and off for the last few weeks, so I decided it was time to pick them up. And I'd ran out of olives as well, and I decided to get some of these green ones. Again, I find that then I'm able to either chop them up and put them into meals, or simply just have them as a side to something like a sandwich, perhaps even chopped up into a sandwich as well. Though I don't have any bread at the minute, so there won't be any sandwiches in the near future. And then I got some sun-dried tomatoes as well. Sometimes I want to have some sort of tomatoes mixed through, but I don't always want fresh ones or I don't always want passata. So I figured that would be a good compromise, especially if I do go and do something like a feta bake with some pasta at some point. Then sun-dried tomatoes will be a great addition. And I decided to give some of this organic ginger shot a go as well. You get 5 shots in there. It's 100 mils for each shot, and that is just simply apples, ginger, and lemon. I actually quite enjoy the punchiness of ginger, so I figured that might hopefully be a nice thing to try. And then I got 2 bottles of cider. I intend to put both of these towards my little Christmas stash, Christmas New Year collection. So I got 2 bottles of these. I won't actually be using them in the immediate. Then I did try that bottle of red wine. As you can see, I still have some of it in the background. But I decided to, because I did like it, to get another bottle of it and put that towards Christmas as well. That's probably all the alcohol for the Christmas and new sort of New Year period that I need to purchase. But I just wanted to get it done and out of the way now so that I wasn't have to factor it into my spending come the sort of month of December. But that is all that I got for this week. And as you can see from the price up in the corner, it was £32 and 63 after discounts. But as always, thank you so much for taking the time to watch. And if you enjoyed, please consider liking and subscribing, and I'll catch you in the next one.